see people from both sides of the aisle are saying it's good. Usually the Republicans would say it's no good because they're not in power, or the reverse would be true. The Democrats would say it's no good if the Republicans were in power. But apparently there might be something to it. I wonder how they find that out. Like, of course, they don't listen to our phone calls or anything like that.
Not at all. No one's listening in.
What do you make of that? That they're listening, that they potential to listen to all of our calls.
Why
is this a shock? The phone company can listen to any phone call since the beginning of the phone company in 1878.
We knew this since like 2005. It's nothing new.
Yeah. But this goes back 150 years. The capacity to listen to every call has always, including cell phone calls. So why is this a big shock that they can listen to your call? The phone company has always had that ability. I mean, I don't use the word always lightly. They've always had that ability.
I think because teenagers finally realized.
Record and store for future use.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the claim now is that they're only listening when two numbers cross each other, which means they have to have somebody's phone number to begin with. In other words, these phone numbers, and when two numbers cross, supposedly there's a flag, some method technically where they have that call. And they don't listen to the call. Of course they're going to listen to the call.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been listening to calls always for a long, long time.
So we got to choose up our conversation.
I just want the government to know that I'm 100% behind your actions.
And by the way, if you want to call us...
Big brother, we agree. We agree.
This is the AC Low Show, and you can call in at 212-590-2490. That's 212-590-2490. Call in, talk about anything that you like. No family or relatives, please, and well, I can't say no friends because we don't have any for the most part, but if we did have friends, you couldn't call in. We want outsiders to call us again, 212-590-2490. I think that the government has always, Big Brother is here now. It just took a little longer. You know, George Orwell, 1984, but I think it just took a little longer, but it's absolutely here. But, you know, what about these guys? They're still robbing department stores. Don't they know that every square inch of the department store is on television? Like every square. Like I see a guy on one of these shows where he goes to the back of the department store and he goes around and he's looking like, you know, look, he's on television like 3 or 4 shots. It's almost like he could have a director, like they do like sports.
Right.
You know, camera 3 now is close up. You know, long shot.
I wasn't aware of that when I did it, but now I am. Who knew those little balls in the ceiling were like cameras?
Sadly, I wasn't 19, and I went, "Oh, sorry."
They got him from 12 different directions.
All to protect his shirt.
Yeah.
From China made for $6.
Yeah. $3,000 to protect a $6 shirt.
Yeah.
There's still people doing it.
Oh yeah,
they're still doing it. I mean, they got to watch the same channel that I watch, you know, and they see this happening, and they're still willing to do it. I think that. What about stealing jokes? I mean, does stealing jokes go on?
That's a lot easier.
Security guards don't really come to your
house. There's no one watching. You know, they just do it.
It's got to happen.
Oh, it does.
Have you ever seen your material being done?
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard sometimes.
Let me hear some examples of.
I did. I emceed Bringer Show, and it was for like new upcoming comics and everything. And a few months later, I emceed again, and one of the comics used my jokes used one joke outright word for word, and like I didn't know what to do because it's an easy joke. I say, alcoholism doesn't run in my family; it gallops. It's a pretty big. It's not the most original thing, which is why I didn't go really, to fighting for it. But
I think
you do see
generic,
that blatant.
Though.
Yeah.
That's a generic joke.
Oh yeah, but sometimes you'll see a joke and you'll be like, you worded it exactly the same way, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes you want to fight for it, sometimes you just go. Oh.
If you're good at it, you take it and then you change it a little bit.
Yeah,
that's the good one. Just enough to make it. Yeah, but because there are generic ones that everyone can do, like
That's something that's been going on from time. I mean, Milton Berle was famous.
Milton Berle was the best.
For taking everyone's material and just using because there's no real law.
No.
Against it.
It's hard to copyright. Because you're speaking it. It's not being written down. Even if it's off the top of your head, you can't have a lawyer follow you around for every gig to go, okay, it's written.
Well, you can't copyright a fact. That's one thing. Like if you write a book and say George Washington was the first president, that you can't copyright. Somebody can say that over and over again. It's a fact. You're not allowed to copyright a fact. I'm not sure about an idea of how that works, but you'd have to be and believe me, I mean this in the best intent. You'd have to be very successful for someone to worry about suing you.
Yeah.
If you were making $20 million a year, somebody would get a lawyer and they'd come after your ass for taking their material.
Exactly.
But that's the same thing. I mean, before you have these infractions, it takes a long way. We talked about A-Rod. We talked about the different things that are happening. What's happening with you?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your comedic life,
Well, yeah, comedic life going on. I've been I'm excited more for my band stuff. I finally got a band together, so the 15-year-old in me is really excited.
About the something jacket. The
lucrative jacket, yeah.
Say that again?
Lucrative jacket.
Oh, lucrative jacket.
We're
Why is the jacket
fancy
so
band.
lucrative? Does it earn a lot
Because
of money?
we're fancy and partly from France. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it was just a kind of named this like name generator jumbled out. We were just typing in random words because being in a band nowadays, it sucks because trying to come up with a name, you have to Google it now, and everyone has a page. Like, I imagine there were a lot of the Beatles and a lot of the Rolling Stones, but no one had Google to check that there was another band out somewhere. But now everyone has a MySpace or Facebook about it. So picking the name was actually, I feel, one of the hardest things. So we just decided to go with random generator, see what that would pop out at us. And the original thing it gave us was Lucrative Jacket and the Admiral Uprising.
Oh, I like that.
Which, yeah, the nerd in me really liked, but that's too long for, like, people get annoyed.
Sounds like a December's album.
Oh, totally. It's totally hipster. But, no, I'm having a lot of fun. We've been together. In October, it's going to be a year, so we're still a fairly new band, but we have 9 original songs already.
And you're the lead singer.
Yeah, I'm the lead singer, yeah.
Is there another singer?
Nope, it's just one
You're
singer.
so
The drummer will add.
So you're the lead singer by default.
Yeah.
You're the default singer.
Well, like the drummer will add in for some, but not like every single song.
Not all of them. No.
Yeah, he'll add oohs and ahs in the back.
Have you been getting gigs?
Yeah, our next gig is actually it's going to be August 17th, which is a Saturday, 10 o'clock at the Sidewalk Cafe. It's 94 Avenue A. So it's right on the Lower East Side, Alphabet City. It's really, I've been to the place, it's really cool. And it's a Saturday night, 10 p.m. No cover charge. Just come in, listen to good music.
Agent?
No, actually the drummer acts kind of like our manager. He's the one that does a lot of the bookings for the shows, and the other two take care of the website. And I just sing and make up words.
What about you, Jerry? What's been happening?
I'm going to seek asylum in Russia, so I get a job. It's going well. It's going well, so that's good. Now, I've been busy, which is good. I'm doing every Thursdays at Broadway Comedy Club, the 11 o'clock show. I'm in Garwood, New Jersey on Thursday for 7 o'clock. Friday, I'm at Broadway again at 11 o'clock.
You're a working comic, you son of a... You're a working comic. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait
a minute, not done yet.
Cut the shot. Look at this, he's a working, he snuck in on us. We're all like struggling again. You're working with 8 nights a week. What the hell's going on?
I'll be in Moscow. Idaho. Seeking asylum in the wrong freaking place.
That's like Albert Brooks. You've seen that film, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Everything fell flat, and then he meets with the Taliban, and they're rolling in the aisles, and they don't even know what he's saying.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're working. I'm glad to see that.
I mean, I couldn't make
Who's your agent? Gee,
my agent is the Lord Almighty.
So a very
no mind. It doesn't make a lot of money. I'm busy. I get a few bucks, but it's I certainly am not going to. Thank God I worked as an honest to goodest American and made a living, and now I get pensions, so now I can do this.
Yeah, that's isn't that an irony?
Yeah.
Here's a guy he's okay, and he gets to work, and somebody who has no pension can't get work. But I think it's terrific that you're getting work. And you made a comment earlier that when you're outside the city, you can get paid.
Yes, a lot more.
Yeah, because in the city, it's very hard to get paid. The same thing for singers. Very difficult for a singer to be paid a salary, regardless of who comes in or who doesn't.
Right.
You almost always have to have the door and bring the audience with you.
Right.
And it's the same thing with comedy. Here in New York City, it's the same kind of thing with comedy as well. So you work, and you sound like you're not working that far away. You're working in New Jersey.
No, I'm going to go out to Pelham to Rockwell's USA on the 17th. That's Pelham, that's just north of the city.
Yeah, not far at
Yeah,
all.
not far at
That's
all.
really-
So,
that's
and then I was
really
up in the Poconos a couple of weeks ago. So that's
Yeah.
that